Is our guest ready to rock and roll here? Kristi Moore, who is a USFA umpire. Kristi, good morning. I'm not sure if it was the makeup or what, but you look a lot better, and that shiner is fading out rapidly. So good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. This is incredible for people who did not hear this, and let me read just a little bit of this. Kristi is an umpire. She is a USFA umpire. The next time you go to a tournament and you only have one umpire on the field, this is why. When you have a brand new umpire on the field that may not know everything they should know, this is why. And you were talking about the some of the reasons we have fewer and fewer people who want to do this, because it's certainly not going because they're getting rich. Tell me a little bit about the people, and believe it or not, there are going to be some people who haven't heard this. Tell me what happened and go through that real quick.
Okay, I was on the field filling in for an umpire that had gotten sick and had a slide at second base. She was under the tag. I called her safe. This parent got very irate about this and started screaming profanities across the field and threatening me. And she was going to F me up and calling me the B word. And so I told her she had to leave. She refused to leave. At that point, I told the coach if she did not leave, the game would be a forfeit. He told her to leave. She got up to walk off. She turned around and said, when you get off that field, I'm going to slap the F out of you, B word. She turned around and walked off. I thought she left. And in my mind, I was like, okay, she's mad, but she'll calm down. We continued the game. We played about 2 more innings after that. And when I walked off the field, I was about 3 steps off the field, and she was right there and said, now what do you have to say to me? B word, don't play with me, and punched me.
Were the police called immediately, or was there security nearby?
The police was called. The Parks and Recreation man was coming at me quickly when this was happening, and she turned and fled as soon as she punched me. He chased her to the parking lot, got her vehicle, picture of it, and the tag, and he was already on the phone with the police, and she was arrested shortly thereafter.
Yeah, what's the status of that now? Has she got a hearing coming up, or she hasn't been incarcerated, of course, but where is she now? I mean, what's the status of that?
She will appear in court on May the 18th to enter her plea of guilty or not guilty.
Let me ask you this, because you're an official in the administration of this league, this USFA?
Yes.
Tell me what your position is there. You're cut out. Do it again.
I'm the umpire in charge over the state of Mississippi for USFA.
And how many umpires do you have? Is there a shortage? Do you need more? And what are the qualifications to begin doing this?
Yes, there is definitely a shortage, and it's not just in Mississippi. There's a shortage for officials nationwide because of the that we experience. The veterans are quitting. It's hard to recruit new people. You get someone in 2 or 3 games in, they get a cussing out and what have you, and they're done. You know, hey, we can go cut grass on the weekends and get some extra money or whatever. We don't have to listen to this. So there's definitely a shortage and a problem.
Kristi, how many do you use? 3 umpires for a game? Do you use 3 officials for a game? 2. Yes. I gotta wonder. Number one, is this kind of one of those signs of civility that over the past years, let me ask you how long you've been doing this, first of all.
10 years.
Has it degraded as far as the parents and their civility? Is it getting worse?
I feel like it is. You know, when I started years ago, it was the general heckling that we expect. You know, come on, Blue, you missed that one, where's your glasses, that kind of thing. And then we've kind of gone from that to, you know, we would get, I'm going to meet you in the parking lot when you get done and whip your tail. And now we've gone from that to we're being attacked on the field and coming right off the field.
You think there's need for some type of legislation to maybe increase the penalties for this?
Yes, very much so. There was a bill in legislation last year that would have made any assault on an official in our state a felony, and it died. It didn't get anywhere. And so I'm going to use this voice that I have now to try to get that back out there and get it passed, because something has to be done. It angers me that it didn't pass last year, because had it passed, then maybe I wouldn't have had a black eye. Maybe she would have known, hey, I'm going to have consequences if I do this, and rethought her behavior. So definitely this needs to change, and there needs to be stricter consequences for this kind of behavior.
Well, I got to tell you, your shiner went viral, and I mean it was not just a little black eye. I mean she hit you rather. That was assault and battery, and you're saying that that's a misdemeanor?
She was only charged with simple assault because she did not break a bone. Simple assault, she's probably going to get a fine and a little slap on the wrist.
Did you have to go to the doctor?
I did go to the doctor Monday morning. I was concerned because I was having some ear pain. Had a CAT scan done. Nothing was broken, but she did actually bruise the inside of my ear as well.
Yeah. Will she have to pay for that medical bill?
I would have to sue her, I'm sure.
Was it barefisted that she hit you, or she hit you with a purse or something?
No, it was her fist.
With her fist. I do wonder who was handling that in the House or Senate. Did you have your representative do that, or a little bit about the bill that was working its way through the session that died last year?
I'm not sure which one had the bill out there at this point. I do know that someone contacted me, I can't remember now, and said that someone in legislation would be contacting me to discuss this, but as of now, they have.
Do you have how many guys is there, the male, female, as far as the makeup of the umpires in that league?
Oh, I have maybe, not counting myself, I have 3 women in my umpire pool.
But as far as the total umpires across the state who have are there male and female mix in there? In other words, if you need some more umpires, male or females, okay, right?
Yes, I would love to have some more females.
Well, somebody sent me someone sent something on social media, said they were only females recruited for that, and I thought that was crazy. That's not right.
No,
I do want to ask this. What is your authority as an official on that field for them to exit when you demand that they do that? In other words, how far does your authority go as an umpire that says you must leave the premises? Is that part of state laws exists now, or should that be part of the law that we need to pass?
we can actually throw them out, and if they refuse to leave, we can actually call the law, and the law will make them leave.
So they'll officially be trespassing if you ask them to leave. You demand they leave, and they do not leave.
Yes, that's correct.
Has any other consequences been put on this woman as far as her child or her attendance at the next game?
USFA has banned that entire organization that her child plays for from any future USFA events in the state of Mississippi, and the city of Laurel has banned her from any of our city recreational facilities.
Well, I don't think we're going to see this on the the television show Hometown. I don't think that's going to be on that one way or the other. I do want to ask you this, though. What did you think when it went viral?
I was blown away, like I really was. When I made the original post, I didn't have it set to public. It was set to my page, and one of my friends was like, hey, make this shareable, and so I did, and it just blew up from there. And I've had so much support from all over, not just the United States, but the world. Like I've France and Puerto Rico and Nigeria and Australia. It's been really awesome.
Well, before the next session, get with us and let's see if we can do something as far as another bill, and maybe we can get it through. It needs to happen because it's not going to get any more civility out there. It's going to get even worse. Kristi, I wish we had more time. Thank you so very much for taking the time to join us. We appreciate it.
Thank